Oh boy, does JDG scale well in the late game. But if they get there, they're going to be very, very strong. My biggest concern is that you are staring down Corki, Rise, Kiana, even a Renekton.
Down by Scout? Hello, Flash?
No.
I mean, the flag drop gets it for Shun, but I don't even know if Shun needed to be there. Scout just kind of dog-walked Aris in the first couple of minutes of our game one.
Be too much of a delay here. Overall, you're happy with the kill, but now the question for Levi is how much does he want to try and get on the bot side? Dive incoming.
All right, Cleanse and Flash available. Basically use both immediately, but there's more than enough damage to the Kiana. Good interrupt, though, with the headbutt knock-up. Is going to get Zhuo a trade back onto Artemis, but Artemis picks up the kill onto Pays. Zhuo gets the trade. Things are going to look good for JDG, and maybe Shun recognizes it. He's like, hey, I'm going to pay another visit to this flashless Rise without no Realm Warp, and ours is just dead. He's trapped in the miasma, he's slowed, he's knocked up, and he's sent packing again. 2 deaths in the opening 5 minutes here for the GAM mid laner.
Even against good competition, he was doing relatively well. It's the macro and the map rotations that have always been a problem.
Oh, Aris. He's going to get stunned up by the Petrifying Gaze and trapped in the Cataclysm. He had Flash up. It really wouldn't have mattered. Shun is making it personal right now with Scout. Aris is not going to be able to operate in this game one. Stepping up that far against the Rakan Corki. He also is going to he's trying to stick around here. Yeah, they're trying to lay a trap here for Scout coming over. Ignite from Zhuo. They're trying to get on top of Artemis. The stun is going to layer. Pays cannot step up. Wonder if he's trying to get ultimate up in time here as the heal does come across. Scout with the miasma. Not in time. The Valkyrie gets through first for Artemis. Flash forward, though, with the Poison Fangs, and Scout is wheeling and dealing right now. Finds his second kill of the game already, and now Elio, without Artemis to back him up, is going to fall to the wayside next. It's the Poison that gets it through. Scout 3-0, dialed into this game one. The only cost that JDG have to pay is their top laner getting dove on the top side. Further, and they're going to have to secede these grubs over to Levi, so that's at least something big here for GAM, unless Shun. Does he really want to try and maybe steal one of these on the way out, or go for a little bit of a pincer move here with Zhuo? Levi's going to respect it. He doesn't have any supreme display of talent to really lean on. It's going to be the flash out of Aris. Still, the monster slaying feat goes over to GAM on that one, but they don't get all 3 grubs.
But it's just basically impossible without putting yourself in heavy danger.
Scout could be dove on the return here, but he's cut down the minion wave well. TP's coming across, but the knockup and the ignite lands. It should be enough damage, and Scout is going to fall in the side lane. Zhuo TPing just a bit too late to cover.
But it's just a mistake from Zhuo, and he's getting potentially punished again here.
Yeah, he's completely caught out,
dead.
just trying to get vision. We're starting to see the problems that JDG showed in a lot of their LPL games right now. It was a great start, but I still think what we talked about with the scale advantage so obviously pushed. Okay, hold on. Scout's getting ulted on. It's not just the Rise. Good double stun, though. Catches Levi out of the first bit of his dash. Was 3 to talent, comes through with the Realm Warp. I mean, the Rune Prism ultimate. Scout gets a big heal, and it's going to not be enough with the poison to trade Levi out. Close but no cigar there for Scout as we look for a mid lane engage here from Zhuo. Not going to be much more manifesting so far with Artemis so much further ahead.
This is exactly what we were talking about in Draft, Slayer, where GAM has this huge power spike right now at this first item, completion for everybody on the team, where they're just really strong. This team has a ton of utility ultimates that they can use around the map, and plenty of ways to punish a misposition. And Scout, starting at 4-0, now sitting at 4-2 in a worse spot. With this redemption coming down, Xiaoshu's in danger.
Levi's everywhere. I mean, Kiaya really gets this done on his own. Levi's going to show up. Oh, that flash from Xiaoshu. I think you were just dead already, my friend. No need to expend that key sum. You're seeing right now how different the items are between these two 80 carries. Artemis just taking a evergreen trade there into the Corki, but Zhuo's still going to go after Artemis. Gets the headbutt pulverized knockup, but where's the rest of JDG? All right.
Game strongly because you're always going to have that XP advantage.
Oh, Levi. Oh, he gets the double stun, the Realm Warp on top. Ars is going after Pays. He gets the invisibility. Rune Prism's going to hide him up, but Scout's here to cover with the miasma. No more dashes allowed. Aris is completely cut down. Re-engage comes across from Zhuo. That Petrifying Gaze is only going to slow Artemis, and the dash out of the Cataclysm. Jun gets no value out of the J4 ult. And losing your jungler now is pretty big. Levi being up is huge here for GAM. And Scout knows it alongside with Schwol. They're going to flash right after him. Miasma means no dashes. Levi's hiding in the invisibility, though, so well. No damage can come across from Scout. The knockup's going to land on top of Pays. It's Levi just kiting around all of JDG, telling them, good luck cutting me down for size. Triple kill to the GAM jungler.
that they were a little bit disconnected and that JDG was going to be able to turn it, but the damage comes through. Levi gets another ultimate off in that fight. Xiaoshu going to teleport in, but there's nothing to find here. This Otacon is just going to be gone. They're going to get the matching teleport from the Renekton, and this is it for GAM.
He's going to have that ult coming up constantly next to the Axiom arc. Going to get the armor pen soon to make sure to even deal with the toughest of armor to go through here in Xiaoshu and Zhuo markedly. GAM are exactly where they want to be wheelhouse-wise.
For JDG, if they, even want to go for it. But if GAM take one more away, I mean, that's kind of the last bastion for JDG. So they have to set up and they have to fight. It's already so low. It's gone.
They're too late. They're too late. JDG, just let it go. As we now enter the era of chicken, playing a good old game of chicken here. GAM, are they doing the Baron? That's look at that one pesky word is maybe what could give ideas here for JDG on the backside of the pit. That's maybe what's slowing them down.
It's getting burnt.
Yeah, it's getting cut down very quickly. Scout those in his own 1v1 against RC. He's going to actually stun him up on the top side, go blow for blow. Scout definitely wins this as Zhuo tries to re-engage with Shun on the backside. They get the Cataclysm on down to 3, but Pays gets deleted. It's Levi again that comes to the rescue. It's 80 carry for 80 carry here, and now all bets are off. RS wins against Scout on the top side, but it's Xiaoshu that's looking to make the difference here. Too bad that Kiaya is a big bad croc with Dominus going.
It's really just up to them how they want to try to approach this situation. You've got the push going on the top side with RS. Do JDG want to try and force this while the Rise is not here?
Gotta wait on Zhuo's ultimate, maybe, or maybe just spring the trap onto Levi of all people to get the GA out immediately. RS is trying to come on the backside, but Elio's already cut down. They're gonna get rid of Levi unless he flash out with Sweep Place a talent, but Scout gets him with the Poison Fangs over the wall. It's gonna have to be RS and Artemis, but Artemis has already dropped through. It's Scout that needs to be the hero. Double knockup from Shun. They're waiting out Kiaya's dominance. RS is slowed up as well. Okay, Scout and Pays can really shred this thing. There's a TP flank, though, coming across from Kiaya. GAM have to go now, though. The Baron is too low. JDG get the Baron. They need to get out. Zhuo's just dead. Let him go. He's going to fall.
Levi.
How many members can they get out? It's Levi on the flank. And, oh, it's a big Realm Warp. Oh, my God. RS brings everybody to Supreme Slaying Talent. Hits on to 3. Base is going after Artemis, though. They're trying to turn this back onto GAM, but they just don't have enough damage. They spent too much time going after Artemis, and that Baron falls to the wayside. It's only Shun that survives with it for now. But Levi and Kiaya are on the hunt.
Absolutely masterful from GAM. They execute perfectly in the fight. It's the Realm Warp in. It's Levi's damage on the Kiana coming in to secure the advantage for GAM.
I don't think they can do it.
Doesn't look like they're going to be able to end the game here. I think this is the right call.
And JDG knows that's a big problem. They're starting the Dragon up now. Scout getting here a bit late. Ars is trying to flank around towards the side. But we might just be in for a straight 50-50 here, and Infernal Soul will end this game. Shun's going to re-engage onto Artemis. He Valkyries out, Supreme Slaying Talent comes across. Scout on the back line is going to be safe. Secure Dragon by Shun, and they dump onto Levi, who gets a triple stun. Scout is cut down, and Levi has his GA to survive. It's Levi to the rescue again. GAM Esports, the LCP, are going to get their first win of the Asia Invitational.
GAM Esports dominate the 5v5. They don't care about Dragon. They want the Nexus, and they're going to be able to get it as they barge down here. It's their captain. It's their franchise player, Levi, coming through and picking up the pieces for this team.
I mean, one EQ combo, half health Pays, and Artemis makes it personal to lead them. GAM Esports take a 1-0 lead with their tournament lives on the line.
What it does is it gives you a lane state that you actually can neutralize, and so the solution can actually push out and feel more comfortable to take some of those aggressive mid-game skirmishes that open up Talia and open up Vi to feel...
This is a rare time, and Ari doesn't have any summoners or dash. All right, that would have been fun if he just slammed him and killed him.
Oh, Zhuo!
Why is Artemis here? Artemis? Is he going to trade Shun out, really? Oh, the bailout? Oh, it's going to save Shun.
Oh, no.
Artemis, there was no reason to be walking through that way. It's going to completely ruin any play towards this dragon. Seems like Elio wants to still go for this. He's wrapping all the way around. Shun senses it. They're going to back off the dragon to get this, but Shun's going to get caught. Elio, he cues the wrong way. It doesn't matter. He still finds the kill. Can Pace find the trade back, though, with a big red? No. He has to respect the fact that Aris and Levi are nearby.
Up on these grubs would be very scary if they got them.
JDG are still with a slight gold lead here. It's really just the support that's making it closer. As Elio again going to slam Scout into the wall. They're getting the most out of the Halo Blades.
Levi's just not here.
Yeah, Levi doesn't care about grubs, and we talked about it right when we got on the Rift. This is not something that I feel very comfortable if I'm GAM just giving over to a Jax team.
I think this is a massive mistake. Like, I don't think you can give this over. I think it's not just Jax, it's Wukong, it's Kalista, it's Ahri, it's so much side lane pressure.
All right, Kiaya. I mean, there's no way to really outplay this as the Scion. Cyclone knockups, and maybe I cast her curse to JDG. Zhuo takes 2 turret shots. They're going after Zhuo with a cease and desist coming across here from Levi. I don't think the bailout's going to get here in time as Kiaya goes into the passive state. 1-for-1 trade, but Aris is winning versus Shun on the top side, and Artemis and Elios are here to cover. Artemis gets feats of warfare.
Dominating spot. It's all really about can Elio keep staying active here as we look for Scout.
All right, Elio gets the slam into the wall. R5 Poppy is making waves here.
Yeah, really not much Scout can do at this point. He's burned most of his cooldowns, and now Scout is actually in danger. He doesn't have vision of this.
He has flash, but I think Levi's just going to ult first and then look to Vault Breaker. That's a great layering. They got the seismic shove with the Vault Breaker down through. Levi punishing Scout for missing that charm. You don't kill me. You better best bet we're coming back for you, Scout. That is not here. That will not be here. There's no insurance policy scaling beside, oh, our Scion's going to be really tanky.
Yeah, the late game looks bad. I think that the win condition for GAM in the late game is that Poppy is just Omega, and you have enough damage with Lucian, but can they stop the backup Xiaoshu? They do.
Man, you're just calling it over and over again, K-Man. The pick potential of this team is ludicrous right now. Xiaoshu, that slam is not actually going to get against a wall, and he's going to be able to flash out. So, all right, we're going to have to stop here because Shun's about to pop over the wall. Shun's about to pop over the wall and look for a gank here onto Aris and Artemis, but Aris has sniffed it out. He's still going to have to eat the Cyclone here. Zhuo trying to get close enough for a handshake, but Shun's going to get enough damage down on his own to just kill off Aris, but it's Elio trying to be the hero. There's no Trickster. There's a redemption here for Shun. Levi going to look to try Vault Breaker over the wall, it feels like, but this play is kind of disintegrating. Fate's Call and the hostile takeover are both going to whip, and they throw Zhuo right at Artemis for the trade kill. Scout going into the back line, going to find one trade back, but Levi is going to get a kill back here for GAM as well. Artemis is untouched. Remember, JDG are in between the 2 GAM turrets. Triple kill to Artemis.
Because they are able to pick up the win in that fight. It is absolutely insane stuff. It really just comes down to a hands check and a big mistake from Pays throwing his teammate.
Why? I don't even think they need to use it to knock down this top lane tier 1 turret. They're going to drop it nonetheless. Maybe they'll look to make a 2-for-1 trade. But that's going to put Artemis in a pretty uncomfortable position trying to cover the mid lane. Yep, there goes Levi. And there goes Xiaoshu going after Artemis. He's going to flash to get the Counter-Strike stun. And the 5-kill Lucian is 2 deaths down now as he goes into the gray screen again, and this is going to look very promising for JDG if they can get this mid-tier 2 turret down. Elio's going to bunt out 2. He's going to try and kill off Xiaoshu on his own. Oh, sweet Elio. Let's see. Let's try to assess the item points, but oh my god, Pays. Pays is getting deleted. Flashes, redemption. He is going to get the heal here, but he can't cleanse the cease and desist, and Levi picks up the kill. Pays picked off at such a critical juncture. How do JDG stop an Otacon play now?
It's impossible. This is Otacon over to GAM unless you give up a free steal. The only concern right now is that Xiaoshu is going to get a lot for this on the bottom side of the map, depending on how you want to react. But GAM should be able to pressure out this Otacon relatively freely, hopefully not giving up too much. It looks like JDG want to try and contest, though. Maybe a steal.
Elio's going to take a full combo from Scout, re-engage onto Shun. There's a good flick back into the knockup from Kaya. They just lock Shun in place. Otacon is free now. It's Xiaoshu that's trying to be the hero on the split side, like you talked about. This is a plus gold trade for JDG, but huge XP gains to GAM, 32-9 in the pedals.
Keeping the faith right now on JDG. Just kidding. No, he's completely switched the allegiance. You got to get him off the screen. You got to get him off the screen.
This guy's got absolute zoomies like Shun does. He's going in after Artemis. Scout gets knocked out of his first Spirit Rush, but the hostile takeover hits onto 2. Elio's down first. Coley comes across from Artemis. But Kiaya cannot get out. Good pick found there from Shun, and now JDG can march down the mid lane looking for more.
Looking at them as a real big threat, only a 1k gold difference, and this dragon is massive. This could be a game-altering fight.
Hostile takeover is not back just yet. A Zhuo on Tote is going to get picked off. Fate's Call has to come out for Pays to try and save him. Keeper's Verdict is going to punt out the Ahri. Levi going after Zhuo. He's down first. Xiaoshu's onto the back line, though. He gets rid of Artemis. That's a huge damage boost coming away from GAM. It's Xiaoshu that just has to be the hero here. He's standing 1 versus 4, but he has the Counter-Strike. He has the Stasis, but he's stunned up against the wall, and he's going to be cut down. Elio finds the pick, and now the Weaver's Wall comes out for Aris to rout Shun away from his one escape. 8 point. It's Elio, the early game hero again, making play after play. Ace to GAM Esports.
That could be the dagger in the chest of JD Gaming as they fall in the most important of spots. Xiaoshu can do a lot, but he can't do everything. It's a huge mistake made by Zhuo.
Critical to this composition for GAM are online. It's Levi with a GA, the IE coming on Artemis, and they've got Pays again. The hostile takeover doesn't stall enough time for the bailout. Pays is taken out of this fight. It's Xiaoshu's got a TP on the back end. Ensemble Onslaught's going to miss. Shu gets a ton of knockup value. It needs to be Xiaoshu. Flash is going to 3-man Counter-Strike stun, but Artemis gets out, and they cancel the top. It's Elio again to rescue GAM at the end of a fight. All members of the LCP representative are up, and they're forcing even more flashes. It's Zhuo that gets out of a seismic shove. It's Kiaya holding them all at bay, but they don't need to chase any further. They have the purple worm to dance with in victorious fashion. Artemis going to start it up. Kiaya and Aris are going to try and play bodyguard here. Great Weaver's Wall from Aris. Is going to force dashes over the wall. Xiaoshu first. Keeper's first. He keeps shooting out. He doesn't even get a chance at the mountain zone secured here by GAM. Xiaoshu going to try going to the back end after Artemis, but he doesn't even get stunned up. The stasis is too late. Artemis is untouched and going to free fire. Hostile takeover is only going to hit onto one, but JD Gaming don't have a dog in this fight anymore. It's time for GAM to make League of Legends esports history and take down the LPL for the first time ever in a best of 3.
And GAM, the Grasshopper, agrees, are going to pick up one of the biggest wins in their franchise history.
We talk about the ASI as a new tournament that is sort of, has for fun stakes into some of these picks, but that doesn't mean that history still can't be made here. It won't come across just yet. GAM are going to play patiently with the respawn timers, but a good catch from Aris forces the Cyclone out of Shun. But GAM, they have such great resolve right now. They're not willing to give an inch knowing how far ahead they are. And they're going to let JD Gaming live for a little bit longer unless Aris finds a 2-man seismic shove again. And now it's Guy into the background. There is Pays going down. Maybe they were just laying a trap, a false sense of security for JD Gaming. And here it is. For the first time in history, the LCP will take a series off of the LPL, and it's GAM Esports to write themselves into the history book.
This is massive. It's the perfect team to do it. JDG can't get it done today. GAM keep their tournament hopes alive.
Group A just got a whole lot more